Psychologists tell us, what do you just think about Tacha? The moment he saw her, the first week, he just said that she's playing Sissy's game. What do you think about fraud, doctor? Doctor says, see, fraud is fraud. F-R-A-U-D. Hey homie, welcome back to my channel. How you doing? What's happening? My name is Omi Odige and this is Dr. Your Homie TV, my darling here. I love to give away sweet and juicy gist. And today we're talking Baby Naija Pepper Dem reunion day 27. The psychologist is still here and I'm telling you, we're going to learn a whole lot more because he went in depth with Ella, with Tacha, with fraud. Some things I said about Tacha, I'm just looking like, okay, it's making me understand her more, a lot more. And fraud and Ella. Guys, subscribe to this channel because I give you sweet gist now. Subscribe, my darling, and click the bell button beside the subscribe button. That way you know when I post a new video and get to hear all my gist firsthand, my love. Let's begin. So they begin with Ella. Because I see a psychologist, doctor, Ella is going through a lot here. She didn't stay long in the house. That's like the first thing. Secondly, people don't really like trust her. There's not even one person. I think it's a group of friends who, no, I don't think. It's like they're Messi and Venita people. They don't trust her. In the house, she didn't really have that many friends. She had like a small circle and she also has like family drama. So she's going through a lot. So psychologists, tell me, what do you think about Ella? The man said, see, that he wants to first big up Ella because it's not even easy. Ella also went for Project Fame before Baby Naija. Do you get me? So she's putting herself out there. And that just shows somebody who is focused because a lot of people will not think about going for any audition, going for a reality TV show. They will not, but this is somebody who has tried and is trying and is trying again. So he wants to just give her like props. But secondly though, he would like to know because Project Fame, I think that's Project Fame, I think that's Project Fame. If I'm wrong, correct me, Sha. But anyways, you know, she was really close to winning. She did not win. Baby Naija came. She left like maybe like the second week the show started. So how has that played with her self-esteem? Ella was like, see man, yeah, she was at Project Fame. In fact, yeah, the first one she went for was 2011, but that didn't work. In 2012, guys, that's like 8 years ago. 2012, yeah, she got into Project Fame. But she had learned something that when you enter into spotlight, yeah, and you're not ready, you'll be swept away like easily. Obviously, she wasn't ready with what came to her. People will tell her, sound this way, don't sound this way, give this kind of vibe. So she was just lost, like, how should she sing? This is not who she was, you know. And the thing about music, according to Ella, is the fact that if you're not singing like what you really want to sing from your heart, yeah, you can't be yourself, you can't be normal. Do you understand? So she was just up and down and about men, and it affected her mentally. She was doing music, it wasn't really like working for her. Or more like for 2 years, she was not putting out music. And the thing about music is that if you stop putting out music kind of leaves you. Do you get? So she was feeling really bad. But right now, yeah, she has come to realize that this is what she has been called to do. This is what she's supposed to do. Before now, she used to question herself like, music, am I sure? Am I not sure? I think it's very normal in the creative space. Before I made up my mind to do video, media, enter fully, yeah, I will still look back like, oh, am I sure finance? Won't I go back? Am I sure I should be here? Well, I question myself a lot and I can hear Ella say the same thing too. So, but now she's sure that's what she wants to do. She's not waiting for her to get a producer or a manager or no. She's going to studio, paying for studio time, you get, putting out music. She's doing what she's supposed to do. Nothing that held her back before is holding her back again because, I mean, for Baby Naija, she applied for like 3 years. I think Pepper Dem was the 3rd year when she got into the house. So right now, she's ready to give music all her best. Then Ebuka said, but Ella, see, like, obviously, I can hear you were focused on validation. Like, what do you think? How would they Kiniko? Do they like my music? All that thing. So right now, how have you been able to handle validation when it comes to like your work and things? Ella was like, see, let her know, like, the fact that her friends, like that the whole messy people, yeah, left her because they don't trust her, it hurt her. So right now, she has told herself that, you know what, let her now be a bankable person, a trustworthy person, you get? And she's willing to give them time to see her, you know, to see who she really is, to see that she's pure, she's ready for the friendship right now. But she hopes that they just like do it fast and become her friends again because she really misses them. Then the psychologist now says, see, it is normal to want validation. It's very normal that we are social beings. As human beings, we are social beings. It's normal to say, I put picture, I'm not getting likes, I'm not getting following, I'm not growing. It's very normal. However, in as much as you're looking for validation, yeah, you have to realize that some people might not like you And some people might secretly admire you. Make sure you stick with those that really matter. Don't get lost in the crowd or in the whole, you get me, noise of validation and now lose who you are. Next is Tacha. Tacha's own was very, very interesting. So if you can see doctor here, a lot of people now, when they call Tacha, what comes to their mind is confrontation. Do you get? She was pretty confrontational in the house here. And she has said that a lot of things affected how she behaved. First of all, her past. What she was getting or what she got was really what she was giving. Do you get? One. Then two, her mother's death really weighed on her a lot. And the third one is disqualification. So psychologists tell us, when you watch the show, what do you just think about Tacha here? He was like, see, he followed her before she even got into the house. He was a follower here. And the moment he saw her, the first week, he just said that, she's playing Sissy's game. That, you know, this kind of shows here, it's easy to group people into different like characters. Like maybe this person act like this person, that one act like that one. And I can't lie, that's true, yeah. So he just kind of knew that somebody will come to this house now and, you know, mirror Sissy and T-Boss. Please, I'm just saying now. Let nobody come to this new one that you're about to start and give me any Sissy. I'm tired. See that whole, you get me? I don't even know what to call it. Angry. I am so tired of it. Like, can we just see normal? But I mean, not everybody's normal. Anyway, so he said that he knew someone was going to play like the CC, the T-Boss card. Yes, so when he saw Tacha in the house, he kind of felt like, she's playing the CC's card. However, when she started to tell her story, you get me? When she started to talk about who she was, her background, how she grew up, he said, like her real character started to come out. Some things that she would do that was for the game, he could tell that was for the game. But some things that she would do that is, you know, natural, based on her history, past, whatever, he could tell that that was based on past, yeah. Like take for example, if she's angry with you and she doesn't say hello to you, that was her, you get me? Or if it's your birthday now, yeah, and you're annoyed her, she'll just come and say, beg, who cares about your birthday? So you could see that that was her natural self. And then the next thing is trust. The moment he heard her tell the story of her uncle, when her mother died, the uncle was not coming to like take care of them, see them, ask about them, check up on them, nothing. But he will go on maybe Facebook or online and put the mother's picture and say, I miss her. But the woman's children, you're not taking care of them. That almost she has to call the uncle, like, take that picture down. How hypocritical can you be? When the doctor heard the story, he said, okay, this is how she is, yeah. That clearly she doesn't trust anybody. That her character is clearly bone everybody because she has come this far by herself and by God. And when a man thinks like that, yeah, the man tends to just like a man, like human being. The human being tends to see that, I don't need you, I don't need anybody, it's only me I need, and me and God, you get. But even though that's a coping mechanism, that's a bad mentality, that's a bad perspective, because she's trying to change the principles because of her past experience. Nobody is an island. We all need somebody. I mean, they said your network is your net worth, yeah? And so we have to try to be nice. We have to try, because you cannot do this alone. So he said that, see, to help Tacha, we need to first ask her, do you believe you need people around you? And then the third thing he said for Tacha was emotions. That she seems to be somebody that wants to hide her emotions. She doesn't want to show you that she's, weak. That even if it is, maybe if we can obviously see that this girl likes this guy, that she still wants to hide it. That why? Tacha was like, no. That based on the emotion part, that it was the game. 60M was in her mind. And she knew that if she starts to say, okay, he's looking at me this way, so he might like me, she'll be distracted. And she did not want to be distracted. That's why she focused on the game and on the game purely. So a lot of things that we might have seen her do was just her playing the game, how she thought was best to play the game. Take for example, Tacha says, see Ike. Ike is emotional, yeah. Now when somebody does something to him, he'll come and report to her every time, yeah. But obviously she knew that that was affecting Ike's game, and she did not want to dull her game, so she had to lock herself up and just face the game and be strong. Do you get me? Then the doctor now said, but wait, chill, Tacha, outside the house, when you left the house right now, yeah, how do you see people coming into your life? She says, see, she understands that everybody needs people, yeah? So she's open to people, one, but she has a very small circle, and she does not expect anything from anybody, because when she needed people, they did not come through for her. They did not come through at all. Do you understand? You know what? As I'm saying this right now, yeah, I'm just remembering, like, even when my pops died, and like, some people that you expect to come and help you don't help you. But as I've grown, I've come to realize something, yeah. They have their own problems. Like even you as a human being, you have your own problems yourself. So if the person's brother or sister loses like their life and they have children, in Nigeria particularly, and this is me just going through life and understanding things. In Nigeria, like, is that person even wealthy on his own, do you understand, to even now be able to take care of you? And I've come to realize, because I mean, at some point I would say, at least call me, because I didn't really have people even checking up on me myself, you know, call me. But I come to realize that I think it's just a Nigerian thing. I don't know, because I've only lived in Nigeria, but if you feel like you cannot help somebody financially, somewhere in your mind you don't want to call the person, because you feel like, if I call the person, what will I see? They say that they're broke, I cannot help, so they would rather just stay away. That's what I had to come up with to make myself understand life and not hate anybody around me. But let me just say this right now, if somebody is like, you don't have to give money, I promise you. I'm sure even if she had an uncle call her often, how you doing? How you know, what's up? How's school? You get me? I don't have. If I had, I would have given you. I'm sorry. I'm sure she would have been happier. Do you understand? With that uncle in particular, than to just blank. Do you get me? Yeah. So let's try to do better next time. But anyways, back to Tacha. So next now, the doctor now asks her, but wait, chill here. How do you feel when you're talking to somebody and you can see the cloud in the person's face, like you're jamming the person, this person is hurting? How do you feel? How don't you hold back? Do you get me? Because in life, we all need to be emotionally intelligent. Do you get? We all need to know when to talk. And he was saying that he used to be like Tacha. He used to be like, he's blunt. He will say what is in his mind, doesn't care. But as time went on, he realized that that's not how to like live. You have to learn people around you, even though you are the bluntest person. I think when we were younger, it was cool to say, I'm blunt. You get me? But like, where would that take you? It make people just hate you. Do you get me? So he was like, when he grew up, or when he said maturing, you get me? He realized that no, you have to be aware of people around you, how they are feeling. You can't just because you say you're blunt, just be dishing out things. So how does she feel like when she's talking to somebody and and the person is really hurting? Like, what happens in her mind? She said, see, let her not lie. Since she left the house, that she has changed. And when she's outside, she tries to be intentionally friendly, open. She tries to smile. Because when people see her smiling, they can walk up to her boldly and say, hi, I want to take a picture with you. At AMVCA, she saw Ella and she spoke to Ella very well. She's really trying to be more open, The book says, but do you feel like the character you played in the house affected people's perception about you? Tacha said yes, Ibuka, it did a lot. So right now, she's trying to be intentional about how she's acting. That's why she came for this reunion in the first place. She came so that we can see her, see the other side of her. Let her address that whole birthday thing. That she wished everybody happy birthday. The only person she did not wish happy birthday was Joe, because Joe's birthday, I think it was August 17th. If this is the correct figure, then I'm good. But if it's not correct, I'll put the right one on the screen. But anyway, so Joe's birthday was that day, and coincidentally, that was her mother's birthday. So she did not want to go and wish him happy birthday and start to think of her mother and start to cry, because she's fully aware that she has people who look up to her, watching her, and they would not want to see her cry. But let me just say something, you see all this, cry. If you want to cry, cry. If it's hurting you, cry. If you feel why are everybody trying to just be strong? No. If you're tired, let us know you're tired. You're a human being. Nobody expects you to be a robot. I'm not going to cry. People are looking up to me. Look up to you what? It will make them... You get me? Let's be vulnerable. We want to be vulnerable. Do you get? But she's like, see, man. So right now, she came for the reunion to show us that she's a cool person. That you know that when she's outside, maybe like an eatery or something, and somebody sees her, she can tell that the person wants to come and take a picture with her, but the person is acting like, I don't know, if I come and take a picture of her, what she say her? And when she notices that kind of behavior, she will be very friendly. Hi, how you doing? She'll not be asking you how you doing? How have you been? What's been happening? Come, let's take a picture. She'll bring out her phone, because what she really wants is that you have a good experience meeting her. So when you go home, you tell your friends that, I saw Tacha and she was totally different. The doctor now says that, see, big ups her. She's trying. He can hear her trying. The fact that she goes to an eatery and tries to be friendly, obviously she wants people to have a right mentality about her, But let him say something. A lot of people have the wrong concept of feminism, and especially her titans. He feels that the titans have it wrong. They feel like, okay, women empowerment, so F you, don't say anything because they are queen. I just said queen. Their fave, Tacha, in the house seems to be that way. I'm talking, don't talk to me because I made it on my own. That is a wrong mentality. Tacha was like, no, let her say something. That, please, no. That what she did in the house was her playing a game. That is not how you should think. And I hope that y'all are listening. If you think that way, even your fave is saying that's not how it is. So please, let's just act accordingly, and give everybody their respect. You get me? Let her say something. Every time she had any altercation, fight, like verbal fight with anybody in the house here, that was her own like mechanism. That was how she knew how to defend herself. Do you get? Everybody in the house acted the way they knew how to. But now she's not saying that what she did was right or wrong, but she has learned and she's acting better. Then about her disqualification, guys, listen, this one is sweet. The psychologist says here that way before she got disqualified, he predicted it. He knew that they would disqualify her, because now there are two ways to like defend yourself here. There's adaptive defense mechanism and there's maladaptive defense mechanism. Now what she was doing was maladaptive. Hey, leave me, they are the you know, that way, that is not the right way to do it, but that was all she was doing. And looking at her acting that way, he knew that they would disqualify her, yeah. And I see, let her not think that, you know, what happened was based on her strike. No, that it was accumulated. It's like this from the beginning. So disqualification was just like to crown it off, because it was getting there. Then the doctor says, Tacha, see, when you're disqualified, how did you feel afterwards? She was like, man, that she was down and she needed time to just heal. But she cannot lie, the love that, you get me, people showed her was just what helped her up. And she's very grateful, because even after disqualification and how many months till this reunion, what she has achieved has been amazing. She's very happy about the platform. She flipped the whole energy to positivity. And then the psychologist now comes with another nugget again. Listen, he says, see, there are two types of controls here. There's internal locus control and there's external locus control. See me teaching you guys, baby girl. Focus on me. So external locus control is, take for example, somebody does an exam here and gets 70 over 100. The person will be like, I got 70 over 100 here. But if the person gets 20, the person will say, they gave me 20 over 100 here. So what you're doing is just saying, event happened to me. That's not the way to act at all. That when anything happens to you, stop and ask yourself, what did I do to make that happen? What could I have done better? Yes, it's good to heal, yeah, but before you heal and act like that didn't happen, to just no. Assess yourself. What did you learn out of it? And that's not you going to depression. No, that's you learning from your mistake and not like doing that thing again. Because I mean, if you don't like take that process through, you will repeat what happened to you then, hoping to get another result, and you still get the same result, and then you say that you're not growing, you're not changing, you get me? And now we go to fraud. So if Buka says, see, a doctor, you see, when it comes to fraud made it clear that his mother, his mother was sick, going through surgery. He left the mother during the surgery and comes into the house, so that like affected his whole like emotional state here. People saw him like a weak person. So what do you think about fraud, doctor? Doctor says, see, what he will say is fraud, and it's not like fraud is not fraud F-R-O-D-D. That fraud is fraud F-R-A-U-D. Because watching him, everybody just saw that he was playing the game. He wanted to appeal to people's sentiment, people's emotion, and let him not lie, he did the game well. He appealed to people's sentiments. People were really like, and it showed people pitied him, especially ladies, women in particular. Pitied fraud, that they wanted to carry you like baby. But let him not talk like a psychologist here. Now people will see fraud and say fraud wears his heart on his sleeve. Yeah, he's blonde, he says it the way he is, he's pretty weak. But that is anti-human health here. That as a human health activist, as a right mental health activist, what he will say is, it's okay to be vulnerable. It's okay to show your emotions, yeah? It doesn't make you weak when you cry, when you're sad. When you're sad, cry. Because in psychology, there's no man as in male. We're all human beings, do you understand? And everybody has to go through emotional, you get me, ups and downs. And life has ups and downs. I know how we in Africa or Nigeria would say, oh no, men don't cry. That's BS, you get me? Men should cry if they need to. You get me? If you're in a bad position, cry. Make sure you let it out of you, do you understand, before you can now move on. Then his second issue with fraud was interpersonal relationship, and that was a big issue with fraud here. That you should understand that people around you are human beings too, yeah, and you should just seek not to have more enemies than friends. No, seek to have more friends than enemies. He used to be like fraud, he used to be like blunt, say how he is, but that's not how like life is. So right now he is deliberate. We all have to be deliberate in what we're doing, you get me? Like deliberately not want to hurt somebody. That he doesn't like to apologize. So what he has told himself is, instead of him to say sorry, and this is not arrogance, he will just try to prevent like situations or actions that he would take or he would have taken that will make him say sorry. And when he knows that he genuinely is wrong, he will be a man to come and tell you sorry. So you think that fraud should emulate that. Then they asked Fraud, like, yeah, Fraud, how did you feel? Fraud said, see, Nigeria is not a place where people expect men to be strong. Real men don't cry, strong men don't cry. He gets that. But he was raised by his mother, and his mother tried to raise him in a manly and womanly form, but she used to tell him something. If you don't want to give up on something early, let it out. If you feel uncomfortable, say it out. And that being said, now the game. In the house, people had different mentalities about him, no problem. I mean, the goal was 60 million. But let him say something. When Slow Tiger wants to talk, gotta listen, because he said that before the house, he has had the opportunity or privilege to have way more than 6 million naira come into his life. I say, all right, Fraud the man, okay. But Nigeria went through depression, things happened, so he lost money, one. Then two, his mother got sick. I think his mother's, according to what he said today, his mother's surgery was like a cancerous surgery. I hope she's better, in Jesus' name I pray, amen. Well, I pray she's better, in Jesus' name, amen. The surgery, so he had to take care of the mother. He's the first child. And when she was sick and he was taking care of her, he realized that maybe he needs to leave this country and just try and hustle for the family. And when Baby Naija came, that was okay, a very good avenue to move and just jump, you get me, the gun economically, and so he took the leap. Now the house was like a lockdown. The house is a place where exposes all your weakness. It's like a lockdown, so everything we saw was him, you get me. When he's faced with challenges, that's how he acts normally. But the fact that, or the point that hooked him down, was bullying. Now growing up, he used to be like the smallest student in the class, and they used to bully him. They used to bully him a lot. He was the youngest person in his class. They used to say, write my notes, keniko. So because of that, he has learned not to accept bullying. And in the house, a lot of people were trying to bully people in different ways. Some people would come to him trying to get an information, so he knew how to act towards such people, But right now, he's left the house. Ask them, he's good with everybody. He's Fraud. He's a real human being, and they can see. And if you have issues with him till now, maybe you need to deal with yourself. Okay, Slow Tiger. So the doctor now comes to say that, see, let me tell Fred something that Baby Naija, he watched it as a psychologist to see how people behave when the stakes are high. And I'm telling you guys, that's why I watch it too. I want to know how human beings behave, because Baby Naija is way more than people kissing, Messi and Ike. It is about people's behavior, how we think, how we act, you get. And I mean, I'm happy this psychologist is saying the same thing, So he continues, and there were times that something was happening in the house, and he would personally pray to God that Fraud does not collapse. One perfect example was Sunday eviction. Oh my God, that the way Fraud, he could just tell that this guy in fear, so he used to pray that this for make you not go fall down. But now see, what we need to learn in life is that it's good to have goals. It's good to plan, prepare, do everything for your goal, and it's good to be expectant, for like it to come out exactly how you want it to come out. But if it doesn't, if the result does not come how you want it to come, you need to learn to move on. You need to learn not to be, you get me, not to be held downcasted by the result of your goals. No. Anxiety and expectations are bad. They can make you have high blood pressure. They can make one even die from heart attack or heart failure. No, that life is ups and downs. See, this guy is giving us nuggets. Life is ups and downs. So up will come, and sometimes we'll go down, sometimes we'll go up. We pray for good things, but let's not have an ideal mindset where we think that it should happen this way, this is how it should be, that's how it should be. No. That we need to learn how to accept some failures, some things not going our way. When things happen, just have it in mind that at least I am alive to try again. It's not the end of the world. Just see things in that light and your life will be better. I'm like, psychologist, you don't even know how you helped me in this my corner right here. But I mean, this was nuggets here. My guys, that's all for today. You guys are telling me to give a shout out. So I'm going to take, don't worry, I will shout you out, I promise you, very soon. Maybe, don't worry, let me not make promises, but I'm promising you that I'll do a shout out. But at the end of the video, my darling, if you liked it, please subscribe to this channel, because now we're giving deep down nuggets here. Don't dull me, don't get me. Love you guys so much. Thank you for watching. Bye.